Hey everyone, and welcome back. In today's video we're going to be taking a look in the greenhouse, see what's going on inside there. Looks like a lot more ripe peppers. Probably going to need to pick a few today as well, and I'm also going to update you on a few things that are happening on my channel. I've just got back from holiday in Turkey, and while I was out there, that was last week, I suddenly started seeing a lot of traffic on my YouTube channel. It came out of nowhere really. It was one of my older videos, but it means that suddenly I have another 1,800 subscribers all of a sudden. To all the new subscribers, welcome. I hope you enjoy my channel. There's going to be a lot of new content coming out very soon. And to my older subscribers as well, thank you for sticking around and thank you for being there from the very beginning. I'm enjoying making the content for you guys, and I do read every single one of your comments on my videos, and thank you for commenting and for asking questions. I think it's the least I can do is to actually read them, so I do appreciate those comments and questions. I do try and respond to every comment, and I certainly try and answer every question that comes through, but it's not always that easy because I do have a full-time job, so I don't always have the time to spend on this. So once again, I just want to thank you all so much for subscribing, for liking my videos, for commenting. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you. Let's get started with this video and get into the greenhouse. So let's take a walk inside here and see what's going on. You can see all these lovely ripe peppers, loads and loads of them here. Down here, these F1 chilies are just, they just never stop, do they? But let's get inside the greenhouse and start from the other end. Still having to duck down in here. We'll start over here. We can take a look. The Numex Bailey Pekin, or Pekin, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but these things are looking good. Tiny little peppers. But I think I'll need to be picking some of them because there's quite a few ripe ones over here. And we have some pepper dews. They're looking a little bit like habaneros, but these are just, they're just overripe. I haven't been able to get in here to pick these, so I'll have to pick the ones that I can get off and get rid of the ones that are a bit past their ripeness. And over here we have our pepper dew that we've isolated, so I think I can take this bag off. There's actually a couple on here, so I need to mark these off today with some other straws. We have a few more over here. I need to mark those off too. And let's see, yeah, it looks like we've got a few that are in there as well, so we'll probably leave them for today because they just need to grow a little bit bigger before I mark them off. And then the cayennes, we got some more ripe ones here. I will definitely be picking some of these. They're looking good, nice and red. There's quite a few back there, a few smaller ones. And quite a few up there as well. Let's carry on over here. There's another cayenne plant over here, and there's a bit of a mix here because these here are not cayenne. These are my peri peri, but those are definitely cayenne back there. So we'll be doing a bit of picking there. They're still coming in nicely. Still got about a month left, I'd say, in the season before we're going to start having to shut things down. These are my peri peris, loads and loads of them, so I think it's time to do some picking there as well. Let's come over here. Those are just my Habaneros sweet peppers. Been picking them every time I come in here. I end up picking one of them and just snacking on them. And starting on this side where we were a little bit earlier, these are some Ring of Fire. We've got quite a few new ripe ones there, so I'll be picking those today as well. These orange peppers are my Cardimo. I mistakenly had one the other day. I just took a bite into it. They looked very nice and sweet, but they were tasty. They just burnt like hell. But those are great. I've got a very cool idea that I will be filming, and I will put that out on the channel in the next month or so. at the back there's some Tabascos. Really happy with those. Finally getting some nice Tabasco peppers coming from one of my plants. And there's some more Ring of Fire over there. Lots of them to pick. And this is one over here that's getting weighed down. So we're picking some of those. And over here, I haven't given an update on this for a while, but this here is the Trinidad Dubler that was showing some fasciation. So this weird looking stem over here. But check it out, that we have some peppers growing, and we even have some coming off this main stem over here. I am trying to isolate some. We'll see if these take, and I'll grow them on next year. We'll see if we get the same abnormality that we have had this year, and see what we do with that. Over here, check these things out. These are my Cardimo bonnets. They actually got little spikes on them. I don't know if you can make that out, just over there, and it's quite cool. They all have these little spikes on, but these are lovely sizes. Not as abundant as I would have hoped. Again, probably just a very late season pepper. There's a few that are coming through there. Not a lot of flowers on this one, but we'll get a few nice spicy peppers off of this. Let's take a look over here. That's my Naga brain chocolate. This plant over here. And we can see we have some ripe ones. I need to isolate a few of these because I want to keep the seeds for next year. Quite difficult to get hold of Naga brains this year. They all seem to be out of stock, so maybe it's just because it's quite early in the year. Maybe a bit later on, once more people have some ripe ones, then we'll get more seeds coming through. But I'll isolate my own so I don't have to buy them. And then over here, these are my 7-pot Habaneros. Beautiful, beautiful peppers. And I will also be picking these today because I have got a really good hot sauce that I'm going to be using these in. I'm trying to isolate. This is the Naga brain that I'm trying to isolate. I don't know if I'm getting lucky just yet. The flowers haven't fallen off yet, but nothing. We'll see. I'm just going to leave them on there just for now, and we'll see. There's some new flowers trying to come through, so hopefully we'll get some there. I'm not sure I'll grow these cherry bombs again next year. I mean, they are a pretty little fruit. You can see there, a lovely ripe one. There's another one over there. They do look pretty. Just they are better peppers, and I've got to make the most of my space in the greenhouse. We have some more Habaneros down here. These things are huge. So they're beautiful Habanero. Probably be picking that in a little while to eat. There's some other big ones back here, and lots more coming through. I really do like these Habaneros. And check these out. So I haven't really focused on these too much this year, but these here are my Ricotta Red. So these are a capsicum pubescens. These are the type of plants that have like a furry leaf. Also you can see, I don't know if you can make that out. So there you can see the stems are also quite furry, and also the flowers are purple. They're quite a pretty plant, but look at these fruit. And that there looks very innocent, but there's quite a bit of spice to it. I'm trying to think what sort of sauce I want to make with these, because I do want to use them. I didn't have a lot of success last year with these, but this year I've got quite a few nice ones that have come through. So another one of my capsicum pubescens is my Licotta here. And you can see some lovely ripe ones, quite a few on this. And again, these are pretty damn spicy. There's a few up here as well. So at the back here, this is my big Jim. Never really had a really big Jim. I mean, these are big peppers, but no bigger than the Habaneros that I have. I don't know. I've never really been able to grow a really big one. That one seems a little bit bigger than the others, but nothing huge like I've seen on the internet. There's some really big ones out there. There's another big Jim plant, and again, not massive, but still a fun plant to grow. Decent sized peppers. Let's have a quick look at the raised beds. You can see that they are certainly getting towards the end of the season now, starting to die off. We're still getting some produce. So if we have a look here, these are my patty pan squashes. We certainly have a few inside here that we can pick. A few developing as well. You can see that one over there. There's one down there. So these will carry on probably for the next little while. We can see quite a few that are still coming through, and still some new flowers as well. There, the strawberry patch still going strong, but not getting any more strawberries just yet. That'll be next year. And over here you can see my lovely gem squashes, loads to pick. They've just all suddenly popped up over the last week or two, because I had picked this bare when before I left, so 2 weeks ago. And you can see you've got quite a few new ones here, so that will be going on the barbecue on the weekend, I'm sure. There's quite a few down there as well. Over here, our sweet corn, we did really well actually. We picked quite a few, probably 3 weeks ago. We picked some sweet corn and ate them. They were delicious. You can't beat fresh sweet corn that you've grown. I left a few on here that were still a bit small, so we can see there's one down there. I don't know if we have long enough in the season or enough sun that they will actually come to be edible. There's a bigger one down there. But I have some plans for the sweet corn next year, which will be in this bed over here. I'm going to do Three Sisters method of growing. So I'll mix up the squash with my sweet corn as well as some peas, all intermingled. It's going to be the first time I try that method out, but I'll take you along for the journey. We'll video it and see how it goes. So you can see here as well, there's a lot of grass in that. Basically this bed this bed has still got to be filled up with compost, and instead of buying it, I'm just making my own. This is just grass clippings from the garden, and it's smelling lovely. If we just dig down a little bit, it is starting to turn into lovely compost. But let me take you to the other compost pile, which is where the bulk of the compost is going to come from. My wife has been busy helping me shred a lot of bushes and that we have around the property, and you can see here there's quite a lot of green that we are turning into compost. If I just turn this over a little bit, you can see it's starting to turn, but it smells lovely. I can smell the lovely compost smell. But this year I'm going to add some grass to this today, some fresh grass clippings, because you can see the grass needs to be mowed. So I'll be adding that into this pile, and that will really kick this off nicely. But by next spring, this compost here will be ready, and that'll be going into the raised beds. And we've got some more clippings over here that we need to put through the shredder. Quite a lot more to put through the shredder, but this year will all be going through the shredder, and we'll be putting it into the compost heap. So I'm sure we'll have plenty of compost, and we won't have to buy any to fill up the raised beds. That is it for today's update. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again on the next video. Bye bye for now.